This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss of WDWNT.com, and here now are the top Disney park stories from around the world for May 23rd, 2022. CNN has published a report by Lilith Marcus on revenge travel, about tourists booking more vacations and spending more on lavish experiences as COVID-19 vaccines roll out and borders reopen. Erica Richter, VP of the American Society of Travel Advisors, said, quote, revenge travel is a media buzzword that originated in 2021 when the world began to reopen and people decided to make up for lost time. Marcus suggests that revenge travel can be defined as getting revenge against the pandemic or against COVID itself. People have been mostly cooped up for the past 2 years and are itching to not only travel, but to get the most out of their vacation that they can. Richter went on, quote, it's another way of saying, hey, life is short. I want to book that trip. I want to spend more time with family. I want to connect with humanity and with nature. I want to explore the world and seek experiences that make me feel alive. According to Expedia, the single highest increase in average travel search traffic was 10% in 2021 in May, the week after the European Union approved the COVID-19 vaccine for children. Expedia also found that 60% of users plan to travel domestically and 27% internationally in 2022, with many willing to spend more than they would have before the pandemic. Does this sound familiar, folks? With many companies supporting remote work more than they did prior to 2020, remote workers are also traveling more. Marcus cites a Pew survey published earlier this year that shows 60% of workers with jobs that they can be done remotely said they would like to work from home all or most of the time. Of course, Barbados and Anguilla are now offering visas specifically for remote workers who could work and travel at the same time. We could be seeing revenge travel affect the Disney parks around the world in an effort to control crowds. Of course, the Park Pass reservation system is in place. And as borders reopen, Disney parks could see an increase in foreign tourists desperate to visit somewhere they haven't seen in years or never been before. Marcus points out in the CNN report that many people have saved up money over the past 2 years and may be ready to splurge. Obviously, this is a big part of what we're seeing, right? You saw people willing to spend more, right? And a Walt Disney World vacation costs way more now than it did in March of 2020. Hotel rates are typically higher. Ticket prices are higher. There are add-ons like Genie Plus and Lightning Lane. This is certainly a thing. And then revenge travel, I mean, we are seeing tremendous demand. The parks have been full. I can't think of many days this year that I've been to a Disney park, whether it was even here, California, or Paris, for that matter, where it didn't feel more crowded than usual, and especially here, more crowded on a regular basis. So if you don't believe revenge travel is a thing, I definitely think it is. People have money to burn, and they're burning it here in Central Florida. As rumored, 4th of July fireworks will return to the Magic Kingdom this year. Disney's Celebrate America, a 4th of July concert in the sky, has been added to the Walt Disney World calendar for 9:20 p.m. on both July 3rd and 4th. This is the first time 4th of July fireworks will have been performed since 2019. As work continues on the Walt Disney World Railroad Tunnel beneath Tron Light Cycle Run, new track for the train to run on is being laid near Space Mountain. The length of the track is visible from the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover. A gap in the track is slowly being reconnected. An excavator is parked next to the track, and another vehicle is on the tracks transporting the new ties. And much of the Walt Disney World Railroad track was replaced last year, and Engine 1, the Walter E. Disney, was refurbished. Again, there's no opening time frame for either Tron Light Cycle Run nor the Walt Disney World Railroad at this time. A woman lost her watch on a ride at EPCOT last month, and the innocent mistake supposedly cost her more than $40,000. Here's what happened according to the report from the Orange County Sheriff's Office. The woman was fidgeting with her Apple Watch while she rode the slow-moving The Seas with Nemo and Friends attraction on April 13th. The ride was in an elevated position, the woman said, and at the worst possible time when the watch popped off of her wrist. The Apple Hermes watch, which is worth $1,300, fell through the graded floor on the ride. It tumbled down and landed on a pathway below. The woman could see her watch, but it was just out of reach while she was stuck on the ride. Her husband jumped off the moving ride to try and retrieve it, a big no-no at Walt Disney World. Don't do that. Operators stopped the ride momentarily, and a cast member came over and reminded the woman and her husband that they weren't allowed to get off while the ride is in motion. The cast member assured them that she could see the watch too, and Disney would return it to them at their hotel. The woman had good reason to be worried. She had several credit cards linked to the watch, including an American Express card with an unlimited credit line, the report said. Some people have all the luck. The woman who was staying at Disney's Contemporary Resort filed an incident with the Disney Guest Relations to see if anyone had retrieved the fallen watch. She went back later and no one had turned it in. Quote, the staff advised her that they did not have the watch. Then came fraud alerts. The woman advised that she had several fraud alerts throughout the course of the day on her Amex card. According to the victim, there was approximately $40,000 of fraudulent charges on her card. The woman said she shut down the credit cards attached to the missing watch. The woman wanted to prosecute whoever rang up the charges and contacted the Orange County Sheriff's Office to report grand theft, according to the report taken on April 14th. She was told to research the fraudulent charges so authorities could track where the card was used. Disney security was also notified. The woman's name and other information are redacted on the report, which also doesn't give any indication of what was bought with the $40,000. This is where you come in the chat and make jokes about how expensive Walt Disney World is. This is probably also where you come in. I know that there's been a lot of talk of are these fraudulent charges perhaps something that the woman did herself, because there are all sorts of theories as to what you can and can't do with an Apple Watch that isn't yours, given a passcode or not having the phone associated with it, or all of those things. So we're going to keep an eye out. Hopefully something will surface more of this story, because it is fascinating and we really want to know, did someone actually steal the watch and make these charges? Was this a fraud attempt on behalf of the person that owned the watch? Like, there's a lot of unanswered questions and everyone wants to know, and so do we. Summer is just around the corner, and that means a new menu is available at Farmer's Feast at this year's EPCOT International Flower and Garden Festival. Brand new to the Farmer's Feast this year is a whole lot of melon, with the tomato and cornbread panzanella and barbecue seared pork tenderloin returning this year for the summer. You can read the reviews of all these items at WDWNT.com, along with every single item from this year's festival. Did you know you can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WDWNT Inner Globe Society? You can do that at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. Special shout out to all of our WIGS members watching who make the show happen each and every week. Though construction is still ongoing on the outside of the building, Guest Relations at EPCOT has reopened with a new interior. The sign was installed a few days ago outside, but the space inside has been updated with shades of white and gray. It's seen a cross-world celebration. Geometric gray carpeting has replaced the old multicolor Spaceship Earth one. The newest EPCOT text logo can be found on the wall behind the desk, and the EPCOT flower logo is on the wall as well, with each circle corresponding to the color of the neighborhood it represents. Geometric light fixtures also hang from the ceiling. The Caricatures kiosk that we previously reported on is now open aboard the Red Car Trolley on Sunset Boulevard at Hollywood Studios. Pricing for character art varies. Charges are based on the number of guests in the drawing, the color, and other options. You can expect to pay about $40 a person. Drawing time may take 30 minutes, but it is open on the trolley and it looks great. Walt Disney World cast members are now required to ask each guest if they will be using a Disney Visa Rewards card upon checkout. The new procedure seems to have begun over the weekend. According to cast members we spoke to, they have been asked to ask every guest when they are concluding their checkout. While guests may encounter cast members who forget or may not have been trained in the new policy yet, we expect to see this become standard across property. Of course, the exact reason is unknown. We would assume they want to raise awareness of the availability of the credit card, or maybe it's some new agreement between Chase and Visa and Disney. Who knows? After the Aristocrapes closed at Disney Springs, Marketplace Snacks began offering bubble waffles, but now they're expanding their menu to include 5 distinct character bubble waffles. So we ventured over to Disney Springs to try them all out. Of course, Marketplace Snacks is across from the Marketplace Co-op on the edge of the lake. The bubble waffles are made fresh to order in the waffle irons. There's the Mickey Cookie Waffle Sundae. It's $8.99. It has vanilla soft serve, hot fudge, cookie crumbles, and white chocolate crisp pearls. There's mini sweet strawberry waffle sundaes for $8.99, which is vanilla soft serve, strawberry topping, sliced strawberries, and white chocolate crisp pearls. The Goofy Peanut Grand Waffle Sundae for $8.99. It's vanilla and chocolate swirl soft serve, hot fudge, peanuts, sliced bananas, sliced strawberries, mini M&Ms, and a cherry on top. The Donald Lemon and Blueberry Waffle Sundae, also $8.99, features vanilla soft serve, lemon curd, and blueberries. And then the Pluto Peanut Butter Waffle Sundae at $8.99 comes with chocolate soft serve, chocolate-covered pretzels, peanut butter sauce, and milk chocolate crisp pearls. All these waffles, of course, have Mickey icons on them, so they're pretty different from Bubble waffles you can get elsewhere. You can read the reviews of each and every one of them at WDWNT.com. The Dee Doo musical review is finally returning to Fort Wilderness Resort on June 23rd. Reservations open on May 26th. Showtimes and pricing are now available. Guests are required to pay for their meal and the show ahead of time. The exact price depends on where you choose to sit. Category 1, the main floor, is $74 per adult, ages 10 and up, and $44 per child, ages 3 to 9. Category 2, the center balcony, is $69 per adult and $40 per child. And Category 3, the side balconies, is $66 an adult and $39 a child. Category 3 has no wheelchair accessible seating, but the other two categories do. The Dee Doo musical review will no longer use paper tickets. Guests will be able to check in via My Disney Experience app or at the check-in booth. Guests are encouraged to arrive 30 minutes before their reservation. Doors open at 4 p.m., 6:15 p.m., and 8:30 p.m., and the show will begin 20 minutes later. If you're looking for some extra special merchandise to commemorate your stay at Disney Saratoga Springs Resort and Spa, look no further than the new items we spotted at the Artist Palette Shop. There's a new metal tumbler for $34.99 and a pillow for $39.99. They represent, that art represents actually the mint julep cup that you can get nearby at the bar. You can check out these items in depth and other new items from a recent release on our website. Speaking of our website, for the absolute latest Disney Parks news, head on over to WDWNT.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, The Vacationeer, the engineers of your next magical vacation. Sit back and let their team of vacation planning experts craft your family's next trip. The best part, their services are free. Visit WDWNT.travel for details. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to WDW News Today on YouTube for more content, and click the bell for notifications. Also, make sure to hit select all notifications so you never miss an episode of the show. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying enjoy the rest of your today. Have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Welcome to Deep in the Plus. Each week, join host Rob Whiteside and a panel of Disney superfans as they take a different movie or TV show from the Disney Plus catalog, tell you its history, details, give their review, and let you know if it's worth your time. Current shows, classic movies, and everything in between. Watch Deep in the Plus live Tuesday nights at 9 Eastern for new episodes, or catch Deep in the Plus anytime on YouTube at unplannedDowntime.com.